talking
All
about.
right, I want to welcome you guys back to the Draken station. We are in season 2. If you haven't already, please subscribe and comment below. We will
Like, subscribe.
do all that good stuff. We're going to be in
Whatever you
Apple
need to
Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, all the podcast platform. And before we begin, I definitely want to introduce my host, the man, the myth, the legend, the shaman,
Shaman.
Vince.
All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. We're going to do something a little different, but before we move on, I want to introduce number one. Everybody knows Joe, Rockstar Joe. We got another guest. We got Phil over here. Phil is former 82nd Airborne. He's been in the military. He was in the military, I think, 8 years, just as long as I did. Served about almost the same time.
Yep.
And then we got another guy here. You know, I don't know if we want to call him a man yet, but we got Drake over here. One of the people that the actual business, Draken Security, is named after.
Really?
So yeah, he's got to hold the legacy from his dad.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna hang out, check out the backpacks, hang out on the podcast, maybe say something funny or two.
Yeah.
Practice on his, get started in his comedy career.
Yeah.
We'll see. But today, guys, we're gonna do something a little different. There's not gonna be any format. We're not gonna be interviewing Phil at this time. Maybe in another interview. I know everything about him, so it feels weird to interview him. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about backpacks. We're going to talk about some civilian-made backpacks, some what we like to say categorize as probably military or tactical backpacks.
Cool.
And if you guys have if you have any questions, Joe, or you have any questions, Drake, about the backpacks, or tell us what you like, you can intervene at any time.
Yeah, I definitely have some questions. Just looking at it already.
I'm going to go over what I do like and what I don't like about every specific backpack, and we will go over the brands, because we're not paid.
We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by anybody. We're not paid for anybody. I paid for all these packs, and Phil paid for all of his packs.
And I'm going to throw this out
Money.
there. If there's a company out there that does make this backpacks that want us to do a review, not me, but you guys, because you guys are more professional, hey, send it over.
Phil and I, because we have both same time in the military, and we both have the same time. We went hiking, we've gone camping together, we've gone out in the desert shooting together, training, whatever you want, anything that has to do with a backpack, literally is for the same amount of time. So I would say since 1996.
Nice.
It's fair enough to be dealing with military rucksacks, civilian backpacks, tactical backpacks. You name it. So
And today you're going to break it down, the difference, right?
we're going to break it down. We don't have any super huge rucksacks, but we're going to break down the majority of what we do like and what we don't like.
Dude, I'm stoked.
And so I'll let Phil start off with maybe one of the packs that he brought in to show us your newest one. Show us the.
Okay. My newest one. This one right here is from Kanai. This is a 30-liter pack. I like this one because it fits my frame perfectly. I'm about 5'11" or so, around 200 pounds. I can load about 30 pounds into it. It feels fine. Comes with waist straps right around here, so these lock in around the hips. Feels good. Takes weight off my shoulders.
Now, Phil, is that one waterproof?
It's not waterproof.
We call it water resistant.
Yeah, water resistant, so it has lasted in the water pretty well. I take it hiking, just on small trails, usually 5 miles or so. I have it loaded up with just regular stuff in it. Usually just like.
And what's the brand again?
Kanai?
Pro Gear. So
Kanai Pro Gear.
I think if you look on Instagram, it's like CPG, Kanai Pro Gears.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I like this one is because the compartment up here on the top, the first one, you can just kind of, if you're,
Stuff,
you
whatever.
can just stuff right up in
got a
here
shock
without
over
having to open up the main compartment and so forth. You just kind of stuff back there and you're good to go. You can just continue walking on without having to open up the main compartment.
Yeah.
But the main compartment completely opens up. It has Velcro on the side, so I can easily detach 2 little pouches that I have here already.
Now, let me ask you something, Phil, real quick.
Yeah.
Because I tend not to, but do you use, whenever a bag has MOLLE on the outside, do you use it frequently? I tend not to use the MOLLE for whatever reason.
Okay, wait. What is a molly?
So MOLLE are these MOLLE straps, right? So you have different pouches that have rigs where you can strap them in there and then lock them in place.
Yeah.
I like the bags with MOLLE strap on the outside, and I like to have the option of the straps, but then I mostly all the time or 99% of the time don't even use it. Like if you look at my bags, I have Molly straps. They don't have any pouches on the outside because to me it almost like offsets the balance or gets sloppy because the weight is different. Right?
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah, if you throw on extra pouches or something, I don't like it because sometimes they can get caught on something, unlike a pouch that's already attached to it. Like this one. This one has a pouch on the side. It's already attached to it. I don't feel like it's going to get caught in
Correct.
anything. But if I attach a Molly pouch onto this, it's just kind of dangling even more
Fair.
than anything else. So
Yeah.
it's
Now,
just
if you're in the
awkward.
military and they tell you they give you a packing list, right? And you got to carry like a bunch of stuff. Like you already stuff your stuff with everything that's in there and it's jam packed. And then you go to get your equipment issued, and then they give you night vision, and they give you maybe FLIR, or they give you other stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't have any room left in the rest of your pack. Then yeah, that's where Molly comes in handy because then you can just
And Molly spelled M-O-L.
MOLLE.
Oh,
And don't ask me what probably mission oriented. I don't know. I can't.
Oh,
remember
it
what
stands
it
for
says.
something.
It probably
Okay.
does, but I don't remember. It's been so long. But that's when I would probably rig something to the outside. But normally, in general, I don't. I try to get everything to fit inside the pack.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
else you got with that pack, Phil?
No, I don't put nothing on the outside. Like you said, on the Molly, like this is like on here. It's not really sticking out. It's my blood type, and that's pretty much it. I don't put anything else on the outside of it. But I like the pack for my size. You could go a little bit bigger or smaller.
Throw
They
that
do
over
it.
here. Let me see that real quick.
So let me ask a question. So when you guys go on any hikes and stuff, I imagine because you're more
Got
trained,
something in it.
your mind tells you, I'm gonna bring this just in case this and this. Where a normal person like me, I'm just gonna bring my water bottle.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking, tools.
So if I were anybody else, I would always almost bring first aid.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Even
Me, I
just-
don't even think about that.
Even if something simple as well, because I mean, even the shortest trails, or even the ones that you think are the easiest.
Yeah.
We've seen people sprain their ankles. We've heard of people dying. They've shut down trails.
Now,
Because-
is this because you're trained to always think what if scenarios, right? Because a normal person like me, like I told you, I'm not even thinking about first aid.
No, well, I mean, I think it comes with just years of experience, right? You just want to have first aid. Have I ever needed to open my first aid pack on the trail or hiking? I have not. But could there be an incident where I might have to?
Yeah, always.
Always,
Yeah.
dude. So I just have it. It fits in a pack like that, or even smaller.
Oh, that's dope.
That's a larger one, but
Yeah,
I
it's
just have
pretty
like the hiking one with some band-aids. Because sometimes you just want a band-aid because you scraped up your finger or something.
I just like how it looks sick.
It looks cool,
sick.
right?
Yeah,
It
it
looks
looks cool.
super tacky.
It looks cool. No, it looks cool.
No, yeah, and I
Yeah.
generally keep this in my car, but sometimes I throw it in a bag
Yeah.
because it has like a split in there. It has basic cuts
Yeah.
in it also, so
Yeah,
I
like for
keep
me-
a little bit extra stuff in here.
For me, whatever I have that I hike with, I like to have it like dedicated, right? So I have like a dedicated pouch, and I keep it like that. But a couple of things I just noticed that I do like about his pack. Number one, even if it doesn't matter how big the pack is. Like, see how this one's kind of small,
Yeah.
or this one too. I like a hip belt. Like even if it's just two straps, extra straps to go around your waist to keep that from flying around when you're
Correct.
like, moving around.
And doesn't the hip belts, because I have a camera bag,
Right.
it looks kind of same with it just takes the weight off your shoulders, man.
Well, that doesn't really apply when you're getting the small packs, but when you're getting the bigger packs, like
Yeah,
this
okay.
30 liter and like 50 liters and above, yeah. But for me, just because it doesn't whip around, like I don't like it whipping around,
Correct.
you know. And so even if it's just like a basic strap, I like that.
Yeah.
But I like this one because you see that it has strap keepers on.
Yeah,
literally
you don't want that
everything.
shit dangling.
So it keeps it all nice and tidy. He's got shock cord on this, and then what I did notice is before the civilian packs used to come out with this like Swiss gear and all those ones that you
Yeah.
buy like at Staples.
Yeah.
And I used to think it was the most retarded thing ever. I was like, this looks retarded, dude.
Yeah.
But now when I do grab like packs like this and it's just cord, and your hands are like swollen, like your hands are swollen from hiking,
yeah.
and they're filled with blood, and they're a lot more sensitive. And when you grab like some of these other ones that have like a little bit more like Cordura nylon or like rough straps.
You know, if I was a designer, that little handle,
Yeah.
I would put them in all.
Well, some of them do that. Like they're and
only
then-
only because when you throw it in, you
Right.
can just grab it.
Well,
no
that's-
matter what.
some of them do that for the airlines. They do
Correct.
that, so they have them. Like, see, like there's one right here. There's a grab
Perfect.
handle right here, right?
Because
So
depending how it's
yeah,
tucked in,
if
you
you
can
want
just
to
grab
throw
it
it
and
in the
go.
overhead compartment.
Correct.
So,
I
so
think it
some
has
of
one in
them
the
are
bottom
starting
too.
to do that.
Does that have in the bottom too?
Yeah, well, this has straps on the bottom, so you can strap either a pad, sleeping pad, if you're doing like a little overnighter, and it does have a grab handle.
Exactly,
too.
there it is.
So this has grab handles everywhere.
Correct. Well designed.
One of the things though, when you start doing all that, the pack itself starts to weigh more. Right. So if you want like an ultralight pack, ready?
Yep.
If you want like an ultralight pack, as soon as you start adding straps and all these extra features, it starts getting up there in weight, right? Like, and you think, oh, that's not a lot of weight, but when you start thinking about it, you're like if you I just want to go for a real quick hike, I want to run or something, you don't want a heavy pack on your bag, you know, so you go with something that's a little bit lighter.
Now I've been to REI where the lighter the stuff is, the more expensive it is.
Of course.
Like
Ultralight, yeah,
it'll
when
keep
you
you
do
warm
ultralight.
and it's super light.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's freaking expensive.
Yeah,
man.
over $100 for a
Over,
jacket.
over.
Yeah, of course, yeah, easy. Yeah,
But it shaved down the weight, dude.
yeah, well, because they're using. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not in that business where I know that fiberglass is to make anything out of fiberglass or carbon fiber or titanium. Those are obviously expensive materials.
Yeah.
I don't know what it actually does cost for them to manufacture a rod out of titanium, a tent rod or whatever the case may be. But I can imagine. I just bought a Mystery Ranch pack that has the frame. It's made out of carbon fiber, so I can imagine that's pretty expensive, right?
Yeah.
So, but a lot of the other stuff, I don't know how much it actually costs to manufacture. One of the packs I like a lot. I mean, this has its drawbacks, but this is my Gray Ghost gear. I can't remember what pack it was called, but name, because I've had these for like over 10 years. But this one's got the mesh backpack. This is kind of light. I like this because like Phil talked about like dimensions on its back.
Yeah.
It's narrow, right? And it doesn't hang out a lot.
Correct.
So it fits my back fairly narrow, so it's not like sticking out off the sides. And it's the length of my back, right? So it's kind of like slick, right?
Yeah.
It does have compression straps on the side, so that if you do pack a lot of stuff, you can compress it, so the weight does stay closer to your back.
Correct.
And then it does have swift clips, right? So, and there's another piece to this that comes that you can put on a tactical vest, or which I don't end up usually running, or a larger pack. You can detach it, so you can just attach this thing to it. A lot of people, I don't know why they would run a backpack on their tactical vest, because if they need to get something from their backpack, unless they have a buddy, right? You have to take off your plate carrier or your tactical vest just to get anything out of your backpack.
Yeah.
So it's a cool idea, and if you can make it to where you can drop it really quick and then reattach it. I'm not that flexible. I don't know about Phil. I don't know about Drake. He's a little bit younger. I don't know about you. But when it's like flops over the other way and I have to try to grab it and then like, you know what I mean? It's just too much awkwardness, right? But I do like this because of its profile, right? And it's rugged, dude. It's Cordura, right? Like you said, it's water resistant. So when they talk about water resistant in packs, they mean that it's been treated, right? They mean that the material itself has been treated with like 3M.
Yeah.
Or some type of material that's going to keep it water resistant. And what they'll do is they'll try to put like a cover over the zipper, so it prevents a lot of water coming in, but it's not 100%.
Correct.
So they'll say it's water resistant. So light rain, you're good.
Like a splash.
Yeah, like drizzle.
Yeah.
You know. But
Nothing submergible.
If it starts getting heavy,
nothing in a storm.
It starts getting heavy. If you're worried about that, then you should get a dry bag.
Yeah.
Which is like a roll-up bag that you can just roll they use it for. They used to use it a lot where it came from was like whitewater rafting or even nautical stuff. It was popular. Now people are using it for their packs. They put it inside to keep their stuff dry. The things I do not like about this pack is that there's not a lot of pockets. There's like one main pocket. Right, I got a rag in there, and there's two smaller pockets here. It does have Velcro, so if I do want to add a pouch, but I tend not to do that. Like I was telling him, I tend not to like start putting pouches inside or outside. So the one thing I do not like about this pack, other than the zippers like getting caught right now, is that it's old, but is that it just has a main pouch, a big main pouch. It's got a sleeve for the water pack or the Camelback or whatever they call them, and then this pocket, and that's it. There's like two main pockets. So like if you have a bunch of other stuff, like you have first aid, you have a water bottle, you have whatever else you want to throw in here, it's all just going in here and it's all like shaking, you know what I mean? It's all in here at one thing.
See, if we were ever to go hiking, right, and I had to document it, my pack, very similar, but it's just all camera gear.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to
Same
depend on
thing,
you
right?
guys.
Yeah.
Depend on you guys with the first day because I can't bring any of all that.
Well, the camera bags too are getting a lot more tactical. They're using
100%.
they're using the compartmentalized
They're starting to think
theory
everything,
of
yeah.
just like that. They're just kind of integrating the stuff like that. But yeah, see, so this is one of the reasons why I do love this pack, but then I don't like this pack because it's just two main pouches, really, right?
Yeah.
I like a little bit more organization.
Yeah.
So that's that one. That's Grey Ghost Gear, and then I've got another Grey Ghost Gear one, and these two are encryptic camouflage, and both of them have a port for the hose for the water, right? So this one has it. It's a little bit different design because the water pack goes. It's not actually inside the pack like the other one.
Uh-huh.
It's actually in between your back and that one. So the hose comes out here.
Oh yeah, I see the
Right,
straw right there.
So you got the water hose right here. I like this one because it's very minimalistic from the outside.
And how many liters of water does that hold? Would you say?
Well, it depends. You can buy. You have 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter packs.
You just buy the pouches. Okay.
It's a plastic pouch that you insert, right? And so, or rubber, whatever you want to call it. Plastic's all the same now. You can kind of see now how this one's treated, but it's starting to wear out. You can see that little shine.
Yeah.
So you can see that treatment that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And so this one has a little bit more organization. So this one has an inner pocket here where you can put some stuff in here on the inside. The thing that I don't like about packs with all the pouches on the back, on the outside, is you put all the stuff out here because you want it organized, and then you put like your sweater in here, and guess where the weight is all at? Right, it's all back here because it's all kind of like hanging.
It's
out
not
here.
distributed in the
Right, it just feels weird the way it's distributed. So, but then at the same time, if someone put pouches all up in here, it'd be weird because you wouldn't have any room for the main pack.
Correct.
So there's all these weird caveats with all these packs, right?
Yeah.
And this one has, obviously, it has another one here, and it has some more organization. So I like this one a lot. And then, if you want to conceal anything, right? This is a concealed one. This is where you can conceal something and then pull it out or whatever the case may be, right? And so this one's kind of cool. I like this one. This one's obviously very old too.
Now, did they all come like camouflage gear, or they have solid colors?
They have solid colors.
Yeah.
That one Phil has.
Yeah, this one's like a
is
gray.
solid gray.
So I chose this because it can just go everywhere without it. People saying, "Oh."
For me
military
personally,
style.
I like color because in the dark I can't have a black backpack. It's just I'm gonna have to look for it. It's gonna be like, where's that?
So
thing?
that's a whole other thing too that I do like too. Now I like those bags with the orange on the inside now. So like see like that.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
You can easily identify things.
Also, when it has color, if you have something black,
The contrast.
Yeah,
makes
it just sticks out better.
correct.
So.
If inside's black and your knife is black, you're gonna be like, I can't see that shit.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so a lot of the bags now are having the interior orange
Smart.
or yellow.
I like that.
So there's contrast, so you can see what.
So maybe in theory, in case of emergency,
For sure, you can use it as a
yeah.
panel too.
Right?
Yeah, for
Definitely
sure.
turn it out.
because these are. I mean, we're gonna be waving around.
No,
and-
You wouldn't wave your backpack around.
Yeah.
Especially if it's camouflage.
Yeah,
You-
but I like that idea.
Right. No, that's originally like in the military when you're working operations or scouts or even not even scouts, it's just whatever. We would get one of those orange panels and we'd sew it on the inside of our hat, and then so if we needed to use it as a panel to get somebody's attention, like helicopter's attention or whatever the case may be, we can use it.
That's
And
dope.
we usually cut it out of an old, what is it, VF-17
VS-17 panel?
VS-17 panel. We used to cut it out, just cut a square out, and those were made to put on the ground.
Yeah, they were very large.
They're
At least
super
6
big.
foot, 6 feet.
So
in
you can
span.
cut a bunch of pieces,
Wow.
and everybody would cut a square off and put it in the inside, sew it onto the inside of their hat.
Smart.
Yeah. So, what do you got there? You got another.
This one is definitely old. This one's Tactical Tailor. Definitely
I
been
think
around
they're the
since
same-
like
I think they're the same parent company, right? The Grey Ghost gears. 'Cause
Yeah.
Their gears almost like exactly.
yeah, definitely
the
from the same. So Tactical Tailor's been around since like definitely more than 20 years,
Like-
as far as I know.
like Black Hawk Down gears. Like
Yeah,
making gear
yeah.
for
Black Hawk. I
assault
used to have a
warfare.
Black Hawk backpack and stuff
Yeah.
way back then.
Yeah.
Gave that one away once I started upgrading backpacks and so forth. But this Tactical Tailor, yeah, I got it because of the orange. I want to be able to see stuff, low light, whatever I had inside, I
Right.
can be able to pick it apart. And then I thought, just in case if I'm stranded out somewhere, then I can
Correct.
use that. But otherwise, it's a big, huge pouch, and that was one thing that was a big drawback for me. I like to have things compartmentalized and pretty much organized for myself. I do, and it only has one small zipper
Yeah.
for the side, as you can see, more molly web also, but I never used it. I might throw a sweater or light, long sleeve in here once I'm done hiking, but it is a good pack. I held it for a long time, definitely more than 10 years. But certain things have its drawbacks. I did have it on a plate carrier at some times, so I could quick attach it on my shoulder, throw it over my back if I needed to. And I used it for a while until I upgraded and got something that was permanently fixed to my back for a plate carrier.
Yeah, see, the design is almost the same. Look at the rings, the D rings here on the top.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think Grey Ghost Gear and Tactical Tailor are probably from the same parent company at some point. But yeah, it's almost the same. Let me see the backside. Oh yeah,
yeah, it was the backside.
How do you feel about nowadays? Like before, back in the day, right? They used to use like 1,000 denier, and then they dropped down to 5.
Yeah.
And now they're dropping down like 200 because they're fun. So when we're talking about denier, like Cordura nylon, it's what it's made out of.
Okay.
And denier is like the weight of it, basically, like the weave and how strong it is.
How tight it is.
Yeah, and like so, back in the day, like all the bags were made out of 1,000, right? So what it means is the bag was like heavy duty, right? But they were heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Right, and they're just like it's not light.
Well,
right?
do you think they shaved it down the weight because they want it lighter, but also they realize we're not trying to make a bag that lasts 100 years.
Well, they're starting to realize like these bags are obviously these bags with this 1,000 denier Cordura have been out in the field. They've been lasting forever, but then they're noticing that even the 500 will last just as long, right?
Yeah.
But it's lighter and it's more cost effective, right?
Correct.
If you're looking for 1,000 denier, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive and it's going to be a little bit more heavy duty. But for me, I find now I'm starting to like the lighter weight stuff, right? Like I don't need this heavy ass material, right?
Yeah.
Even though I have ripped some of this stuff, I didn't bring the other one. My other one's kind of ripped up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like the lighter material a little bit better. It just feels better in the hand when you're dealing with it. On your back, it feels better. It just, in general, it feels light. It's lighter.
Is it more malleable, like flexible?
Yeah.
Than the 1,000?
It's like versus. It's like this. Feel this versus like a parachute. Like like the weave of like a lot softer. Right?
See, this feels cool to me.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. I'm happy with that.
Right. See, after you like with your camera bag or something like that, it might feel.
It's stronger. It's stronger. It's thicker. Yeah.
It's carrying a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight too.
What else you got, Phil? What do you got over there?
This one is by 511. This one is a Moab 6. It's one of the smaller ones.
Right?
Yeah, it's slick back. It's just one sling, interchangeable from one side to the other with this D-ring. I got it because didn't want to have to carry a bigger, larger bag when going to work for basic stuff like keys, wallets, extra shirt or something like that. Especially when riding a motorcycle, but it was just good because it was just smaller, more compact. I didn't always have a lot of stuff, maybe some snacks or something just for myself, but now I use it for like my drone when I go hiking or something, just for doing that simple stuff.
In high school, we would call that the merce, the man purse.
Yeah.
The merce,
the satchel, the man purse.
Yeah, the merce. Oh, you got a merce.
That's a little more tactical, so it's like it's trying to compensate, right?
Yeah.
Like, like, hey, it's not quite a man purse.
Yeah.
If you put molly webbing on the outside, it's not considered a man purse, right?
They're gonna make a fanny pack. Put a
What
little molly.
don't you like about that pack?
That you really have to keep it strapped down, like any of these sling ones.
Without it to be like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking
Otherwise,
So like throw that over to me. All right. So nowadays a lot of the sling pack. Oh, this feels nice on the inside. This is so it grips your back, huh?
Yeah.
So a lot of them now have a cross strap that have just like like we were talked about, just one little strap.
Yeah.
With like a little D-ring or a hook, so that you can just hook on. So it just gives you a little bit more stabilization on your body.
Cause you don't want that slinging around when you're trying to run or something.
Well, see, it's once you get it centered on your back, because it is a sling pack, you want it like centered on your back, right? So when you're moving around, but then it shifts like this because it is only one strap.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want that cross strap to give you a little stick, because you don't, same thing as these, you don't want these running around.
Yeah.
Like obviously I said, even if the pack's small, I want hip straps, But yeah, if it went too small, you look
Yeah,
ridiculous, right?
and that one definitely moved around a lot.
Yeah.
So like this one will move around. The good thing about this versus some of these, and a lot of other packs will have this too, are the quick clips, where you can drop these. Oh, this one has it here. This one has it here on this bottom end. I don't think that one have that on the bottom, right? No. Yeah, that one doesn't have on the bottom, but this one has them here, and then this has one here on the chest. So if you want to drop this really quick, you want to get rid of it, you just unsnap this, right?
Yeah.
You can take it off, which is really good about some of these bags too.
Yeah.
This one has a sunglass pouch, and it's got a bunch of internal organization.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Even for a camera guy that doesn't want to take the whole backpack, right? So you want to take whatever you need, a couple lenses, and maybe a battery.
Looking at this,
and a
I can
camera.
see why you like it, because it has a compartment for things.
Yeah.
You got your pen, where some of them is just like throw it in.
A few things.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So this is definitely more organized, and it has a zipper pouch, so stuff that you don't want, like coins or whatever, and
Right.
you can
Yeah,
secure
that's
it.
definitely it.
When you're running around, it's not all over the place, right?
And that's usually what people call an EDC bag.
Yeah.
Like throw your everyday carry stuff in there. Or a lot of guys, if you're in California, very rarely, unless you're a law enforcement officer or you're like one of like 200 people that have their concealed weapons in California or LA County. But in a lot of other places, they use that as their off-body concealed carry, right? So they can carry their firearm in there,
Now,
and it's not on their body.
now I could tell for the audience out there that I could see why people would choose this one. Just the compartment, the organization.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
it's there for you.
Yeah, I like to keep it organized.
Yeah.
All my stuff as much as possible.
100%. Like you got your pouches, and they got a bunch of hidden pouches too. It's crazy.
Right. You can almost forget. Like when I have something that's like, see, I'm like right in the middle, dude. I need like something with a few compartments, right?
Yeah.
To organize.
Yeah.
But then if I have too much stuff, I'll lose it. I'll be like, where's that stuff at? I think it's in this pack or that pack.
Yeah, totally.
I forgot what pocket I put it in what pack, and I'll forget that it's in there. And I'll be like, damn, what happened to that thing? And then I have to go through, this guy knows. I'll be like, oh man, I have to go through all my packs, right? Like, see, I even forgot that I had my earbuds in this one, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'll be looking for them later, and I'll have to go through all my packs because I use that one for hike. I use it. I'll talk about this one too. Like I use that one for hiking, right? But I like that one because it's smaller and it stays close to the back. And like I said, if I need to carry more stuff, a little bit more, this is a little bit bigger, right? And it carries a little bit more stuff. So I like even the day, dude. It could be even the day, a different day. I'm like, I don't want to wear that one. I don't want to use that one today.
Yeah.
I'll just use this one, right? So I'll have to like go through all my packs to go, oh, where did I leave that at? And so I'm kind of in between. If I have too many compartments, I'll lose stuff that I like a flashlight or whatever.
Yeah.
It'll be lost in some pack that's in my room somewhere.
Well, especially when the inside's black.
Right. But
You know.
you forget even how many pockets it has.
Correct.
You're like looking and you're like, oh, where's that? You're like, you do this. You're like, I feel something there.
Yeah.
Now let me figure out which pocket it's in, right? And you're like unzipping. You're like, where is that? It's like because they've got hidden pockets everywhere and stuff. It's crazy. But this other one I've been using a lot too, and I bought it actually most recently. I don't know when it came out, but this is a Blackhawk one. But this is what we talk about, like feel the fabric, feel how heavy duty it is, right?
Yeah.
So it feels. These are probably the same denier, but that one's a little bit newer. So
Well, I can tell you, it doesn't feel cheap.
right. So the fabric's a little bit more. It's not broken in yet, and it's a heavy duty. It's a heavy duty Cordura nylon, right? And it depends also too on the camouflage you want to get. If it's like a registered camouflage, they charge you more, right? Because if it's like some like Cry, like multicam, right? Like Cry owns or something, they charge more because it takes them. It's more expensive for them to get the fabric. Now there's a couple. I do like this one because there's compartments, right? I've got a little small one here.
Before you continue, let's talk about prices. What are we looking? Do you remember? Just throw a number out there.
When I first bought these were probably around between $60 and $80. I don't think they reached the $100 mark. Both of these. I want to say probably around 80.
Okay.
For both of these. Number one because this is when Cryptek was like really. I was like really into Cryptek, so I was getting all the different patterns of. Cryptek is a certain type of camouflage.
Okay.
So that is. I want to say that's Mandrake. I think that's the green. And this is the Typhon, which is like the urban camo.
Yeah.
So anytime you get like a name brand camouflage, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But I want to say they were around the $80 mark.
Okay.
This one I want to say was probably more than $100.
Okay.
Right? How much was the Kanai Pro Gear?
Roughly around 140 or so.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit
The
more.
good thing about those, they go on sale all the time.
Okay.
If you go on Instagram, they're like, hey, this bag's like 50% off right now.
Nice.
So the bag would usually cost around $200
Yeah,
or so.
for sure.
But you catch a break, hey, 130, 140, lucky to get it. So.
Correct.
I'm always sketchy. Like that brand only came out probably like, or I only heard of it on social media or online maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah, definitely a couple years
So
ago.
they're very new. So I'm always sketchy when I go with a new company, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how good their bags are. But
Yeah,
so
I've
me and
only
him
had
have been looking at these bags, the Kanais, for a while, and we're like, are they cheap? Are they going to be like China made, right?
Correct.
A
A lot of times, I look at the zipper. The zipper tells me the whole story already.
Yeah, but a lot of things is like you have to order it online before you even get it. You can't
True,
put your hands on it, right?
No, but at least with Amazon.
Oh yeah, you can return it if you don't like it.
Well, not that, but if they have like 1,000 reviews,
Oh yeah,
5 stars, I just read a few. I'm like, I'm good.
right. Yeah, I read a couple positive,
Yeah,
read a couple
and I'm
negative.
good, yeah.
But the other thing too with Amazon though too, what I heard was like they're putting in fake reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
a
heard some
lot
wild
of
stuff.
people are.
Yeah,
Oh,
They're very
Yeah,
basic,
yeah.
very generic. And
so
you're
it's
just like,
great just to get the stars up. And shit.
My rule of thumb is this: just like you, how you're picky about brands.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. There's certain brands I just know they do a good job, and if you're new out there, I'm like,
You gotta wait, right? You're like,
yeah.
I'm gonna wait till somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. We're kind of iffy about that, but
because it's not even the price.
right.
The price could be right, but
Well, yeah. If
you know?
it's sometimes if it's too good to be true,
Yeah.
it's because it's too good to
Correct.
be true, right?
yeah, I
But-
spent about, 4 months debating whether or not to get this pack. Going reviews, asking somebody else, hey, take a look at it, check out the reviews. What do you think of the pack?
yeah,
So I went on a movie shoot, right? And a lot of us were carrying, as part of the, what do you call it? Not outfits, wardrobe, right? We were carrying backpacks, right? Tactical backpacks. So he was asking me about that pack. He's like, what do you think about this pack? And I was like, actually, I saw somebody on set running around with that pack, and I got my hands on it, and it's pretty solid. And that's how I was able to tell him, okay, that's a decent bag.
Yeah.
How he got on set, I think they just bought a bunch of because there was a bunch of different brands like
Correct.
Slog and Kanai and all these different brands of black tactical backpacks. They were just throwing them and people put them on.
Correct.
Right? So and I liked it, and I was like, oh, dude, it's pretty legit. It's decent, dude, versus what we thought it was going to be.
yeah.
Now this is Blackhawk. Blackhawk's been around forever. One things I do like about Blackhawk, it's solid, dude. It's like it's not gonna rip on you. The zippers are not gonna break.
No, it feels good to the touch.
The zippers have this particular pack. They have some thoughtful things, right?
Yeah.
This pack is I don't know when this pack came out, but it's sometimes my honest opinion, Blackhawk's a little slow with the ingenuity. Right, it takes them. I think probably because they do a lot of R&D, research and development. It takes them a while. Like other brands are like that one. For example, Kanai. They've only been out a couple of years, and it's feature rich. Right, it's got a bunch of features. I don't want to compare apples to apples in this bag, but
Yeah.
in my experience, Blackhawk they were like back in the '90s. They were on point. Now they have holsters and stuff like that, which is their holsters are great and stuff like that. But as far as bags and like tactical gear, they kind of fell behind the edge. There's a lot of people going like beyond them. I don't know.
Yeah,
correct me
no,
if you're
they
wrong.
were it. They were when I got
the
in
thing, dude.
'98.
You probably couldn't
they were
even
the
get
bag.
anything modified unless it was Blackhawk.
Well,
right?
I
Yeah.
think a lot has to do with, are you willing to adapt to the new materials that are coming in, and that takes a person to go look at it, do the R&D on it.
It could be their developers too. The guys
Correct,
that are
correct.
doing it. Are they old school? Are they?
Correct.
I mean, there's probably still badass dudes. Like they're
Because
probably still-
sometimes, like I know products out there, they just have a good design and it just never changes because it's well thought about, right?
like back in the day, Blackhawk's 3-day assault pack, like the one.
Yeah,
you had.
I had one.
That thing was like dope for a
Yeah,
long time, right?
Wait,
It was the gold standard.
It was a pretty good. Yeah, it was like the gold standard. They had their tactical belts. Everything they came out with were legit because it was they were designed for SOF, Special Operations Forces operators, right? Now I feel like some of their stuff's falling behind on the ingenuity part. But let me tell you what I do like about this bag. Like we talked about, it's definitely a tough material. I think it could probably been a little bit more lightweight of the material and still got the job done. It's got one pocket here, right? It's got a longer internal pocket here, right? You can stuff whatever you want in there. It's got an outside pocket here, right? And this is where for this pack, this is generally where I put the first aid. So it's the first pocket right here. It's easy to get to, right? And then I'll put like an extra, or here in this pocket, I'll put like an extra battery pack for my phone.
Yeah.
Right? So in case my phone starts dying. And then in here, like, let's just talk about like normal civilian life, right? We don't need to be all super tactical. I'll put like in here, I'll put like an extra shirt and my sunblock, right? Just in here, because it's not that big, but it's nice. And I'll put the sunblock up so it doesn't like spill out or anything like that, right? And then I've got the main compartment, right? And it's got a pocket for the bladder, right? And then that's pretty much it for the interior. Then it's just one big stuff pocket here, right? And so this is kind of this is right, like the perfect amount of organization and pouches for me. And then it's got the beaver. They call this a beaver tail, or a stuffed pouch. And if you're using this for tactical use, you can put your helmet. You can. This will go all the way out where you can stuff your helmet in it. Right?
That's cool.
And yeah, and you can, or whatever else you want. But it's in that one too. You can put the helmet on there. That's what they when they're marketing tactical. That's what they market that for, right? Advertise it for. So you can put a helmet in there, right?
Or for our case, a basketball.
Anything, whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't know if a basketball will fit in there. But anything else, right? A big jacket or whatever the case may be, whatever you feel like. And see, like I didn't even notice. See, it's got another interior pocket here that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
I just found it right now because I flipped that thing all the way over.
Yeah.
Okay, so hidden pockets. It's got a hole here for your tube, right, to come out. It's got a lot. It does have a lot of straps. Like I said, even if the bag's not that big, I do kind of like a hip strap, even if it's like one of these, right, with the clip.
I think the hip strap is clutch.
Yeah, dude. Just to have it there, right?
Yeah.
Makes you feel better. In case you got to do some backflips or something, right? Or climb some cliffs or some shit, right? Anyways, the thing that it does have, what do you call it? This stretchy material here, right? I don't remember all the technical terms for everything, right? But to like kind of keep this organized, but I would prefer like that Velcro stuff, the Velcro strap that keeps, like, you can roll it up.
Yeah, I like that.
And put it here, right? One of the things I do not like about this pack is that for some reason the way it's laid out, even if I strap all these as tight as possible, right? And I just do it all, right? They're all super tight, and I put something in here that's relatively heavy. It like sags. You can see it already, right? Like how it sags here down here, right? So imagine if there's weight and there's stuff in it. It kind of like sags out this way.
Yeah.
Even when I do have this strap, so it kind of like hangs off like a weird pouch. See how like it's even with
like
that?
a diaper.
Yeah, like a wet diaper towards the back.
I got it.
I don't know if maybe one compression strap going all the way across this part would have fixed that, but yeah, that's the one thing that I don't like about this pack, and that's probably the only thing. I don't even mind as much all these straps like hanging off. What do you think, Phil?
Oh, definitely. Like I want to keep it close to my back as much as possible.
Right.
Correct.
Any kind of weight or anything. Back at Bragg, I used to have the base plate, which was 15 pounds. It used to sit on the back of my ruck, which would just drag me backwards all the time. So I would always have to lean forward when walking, doing anything. Just standing,
It's pulling you back, right?
Yeah, it was just there, just big weight, just leaning back like this, and it was just so awkward. So I'd rather have something pushed back towards me. And yeah, he's got straps. I mean, there's straps right here at the top right here, but there's nothing right here in the middle. I mean,
To secure.
Or even one at the top pulling it further up, because those straps don't go tight enough to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's already pulled straight.
In a better word, you don't like it because it's dangling.
It's like you said, like a saggy diaper.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
saggy
It
diaper.
feels like a saggy
For sure.
diaper on my back, right? So imagine, look at that without. That's without it. It's on.
Yeah.
That's with all the straps almost compressed 100%.
I just feel like with that one, if they had like a suitcase, you can zip it and it expands,
Right.
and you can zip it back to compress it.
Oh yeah, well, some
Definitely.
of them have that. Like
That
the
might fix
Haley
the problem.
Strategic Pack has that.
That is
But
true.
that one is
Yeah.
just moving around too much
Right.
with nothing in it.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you're
know
right.
what I mean?
If it has something like that,
You would
So-
have to stuff it up to secure it.
Right. So like that's why I'm like one day I want to carry that one, and then I'm like one day I'll just carry this one because it like this one stays together. See,
Yeah.
And they're probably about, this one doesn't expand as much as that one, but this one stays together a little bit more.
Correct.
And what ends up happening here, even though the weight majority of it's right here, this ends up being right around where your hip is at, where you want to hold all the weight a lot. And like you said, that one just feels like a saggy diaper. What do you
Yeah.
think, Drake, about that one over there?
Well,
It's
he's
definitely Call of Duty style.
What
Right?
is it called? This little, like, why is it like sagging?
Well, see, it's called a beaver tail, and it's supposed to be so you can throw extra stuff in. But I think the top two compression straps, even if you tie them the tightest, it just doesn't go tight enough to where.
So
it holds
Drake,
it proper.
out of those three, which one do you like?
I like this one.
That one? And why do you like it?
I guess it's small and like it has this. I like the water thing.
Yeah.
Now all of them are able to have that. You just got to buy it and put it in there, right? So this one I get people tell me because the camel
That
pattern.
one,
Yeah,
that one's
I like
sleek.
the
No, but that one's
style.
sleek. That
They,
one's
they
sleek.
tell me
it's
that one
simple.
looks like a turtle shell
It does.
because it's the way it's shaped on my, and then you put it on your back, it looks like a turtle shell.
But when you compare all of them, if you're talking about sleek and compact, I would have to give that number one. Number two, the black one. The third
Right.
one last.
Right.
If you're talking about
Where would you put the Kanai Pro Gear? That
Oh,
one's
okay,
even. That
okay,
one's
okay,
actually a little bit.
yeah, that's different.
Well,
That's
see,
different.
that one's in a different category. 'cause
Yeah,
that
yeah.
carries a lot more
Correct.
weight, right? And it's got a lot
That's
more
different.
features, right?
Like if we were going
different
Yosemite,
category.
I know we're gonna spend the night and stuff. I'll bring that over any of these.
Yeah.
For me,
I have definitely loaded this up with,
correct.
you know,
If
3
we-
days worth of stuff. A
Correct.
small, you know,
So that's why I can't compare it to
Everything.
that because
Right.
that's a full on.
yeah.
We're going out for a couple of nights.
Right.
Where these are like
Like a 2 day, 3 day.
correct.
Right.
Where this is like after we set up the tent and we want to go.
Day hike.
Yeah.
It's like a day hike.
Correct.
Now, if you go, you can do, like a lot of people say, oh, if you're going backpacking, you need like 50 liters or more. I mean, dude, you can, if you just have a poncho and you don't need a tent, you can, and food and everything, you can go 3 days with that thing backpacking. Dude.
I can see it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people are like, you need at least a 50 liter. I'm like, you could totally not. We've gone out with
Dude, 50 liters are
assault
huge,
packs.
man. Yeah.
Assault packs, which is that's
Yeah.
almost considered like a
And
3-day
again,
assault pack.
I think a lot of it is just how you pack it.
Well, yeah, and what you pack, right?
Correct.
Do you need 4 pairs of socks or
Yeah, yeah.
4 pairs of underwear,
Yeah.
or 4 t-shirts, and do you actually need a tent, or can you just get a poncho and use some?
You don't need a
5
full
or-
sleeping bag. Like I had somewhat of a fleece blanket in here,
Right.
and then I carry one of these.
emergency blanket.
So I'd use this. I mean, it's already open. I'd use this and just slept outside with this. And
Now,
and
I
a
never
fleece.
used one. Can you say it's pretty warm?
Oh, that'll keep you alive,
Definitely warm.
dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll keep you alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was
That's all I want to know
I was
because
stationed upstate New York,
yeah.
and that's right next to the Canadian border, and it gets to negative degrees, and we use those, but the military ones, they're green on the outside and reflective
Yeah.
on the inside. And if you get really cold or someone's going through hypothermia, because you'd have like these guys that are like sensitive,
Yeah.
and especially if they've already been injured with that before, or they've gotten hypothermia, or they've been a cold weather casualty before. We used to identify them by putting a little piece of blue tape around their jacket over here or something. They would always go down first. It's like if you have a weak immune system, right? So these guys would go down first, and that's the first thing that we would do is put one of those bags right around them. And that, I'll tell you what, that thing will make you sweat, right?
It seems as the bag it's good at keeping the heat in.
That's what it
Definitely,
does.
most definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's thin, obviously.
it's like foil,
so I'm
dude.
trying.
It's like
Yeah.
reflects the heat.
Correct. It's just
keeps all the
keeping it
moisture
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's it. This one's I've had
Yeah,
since
that's
North
the one.
Carolina.
Okay, that's a blanket.
Yeah,
No,
this is a blanket, full
that's
blanket.
emergency blanket.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd use this one.
Right.
In North Carolina, it's gotten freezing temperatures. Not like like Fort Drum in New York, but definitely gotten cold. 20 degrees and so forth. And I've thrown this over myself.
And again, I love the size. It's
Right.
it's thin and Phil's saying it keeps you warm. Yo, sign me up.
Now, when you start getting into all that minimalist stuff, like the only thing you start losing is comfort, right?
Okay.
So you don't have a nice plush blanket or
Yeah.
a fleece blanket, or you don't have a nice cozy sleeping bag. You just got that thing, so it doesn't feel like there's much on you, right? So you're just like out. You're just open to the elements, right?
Correct.
So a lot of people like full blown tents, right? Because it gives it like. A tent is like a piece of nylon, right? Is it really security?
No.
No, but it just gives them a sense of security, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's a whole nother show, right? Talking about camping and stuff.
Yeah.
Talking about outdoor survival and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did bring what do they call it? Like a wild card here. This is actually a civilian bag that I really enjoy. And this is made by Nixon. right? Number one, I like the black multicam, right? Black multicam is super cool, right?
Now,
Everybody
now,
likes it.
if we had to compare styles, this looks like 2020, and those are definitely like 90s.
Right, and so
If
that's
you're
what
just
hap-
looking, if I'm just eyeballing it.
That's what happens a lot with the civilian market. They tend to be, because they got to make something for the civilians to buy.
Correct.
They
It has
gotta
to look cool. No, it has to look cool.
They have to constantly be innovating, right?
Correct.
Because the market changes so quickly.
Yes.
These guys, they get something that's made tactical. And like, no disrespect to all these companies. Obviously, I buy their gear because I'm like, it's dependable, it's going to work, and I like it, right? But the civilian market, they're doing closeouts on stuff every year, right? So they got to, what's new, what's
Yeah, they
what's
don't want the
innovative?
2019.
Right. What's innovative? What's this? What's that? So they're constantly, and they're spending a lot of money on R&D, right?
Yeah.
Research and development and marketing. These companies are a lot small. These companies are a lot smaller than, for example, Nixon
Yeah.
or like North Face or something. Do they have the money to be doing all that R&D? Right. They stick with a good pack and they come out with like 5 or 6 solid packs and that's it. And they have them for 5 or 6 years, right? Nixon, North Face, whoever else you want, Kelty, whoever you want to come out with is a very different civilian market. Is their stuff just as tough? Some of their stuff is, right? It's going to be more expensive. But this, if you feel this, okay, this is Nixon, dude. And at first I was like, I don't want to buy. Yeah, I'm going to let you. At first I was like, I don't want to buy a Nixon pack. I was like, dude, the straps are going to be crappy. It's going to break on me right away, right? And then I'm going to be pissed that I spent whatever, like $80 on a multicam black bag, right? So go ahead but look what we talked about, the straps, right? Remember we talked about this. Look at the stitching on. Let me see. This one. Look at the stitching in this corner. They're very similar. Watch. Go ahead and compare these two bags. That one has stuff in it.
I mean, material-wise, they feel the same.
Right.
Like it's equal.
So for
it's
this
not better.
particular line of bags, I think Nixon might have went with Cordura on this. So sometimes they'll like crossbreed on stuff.
Now I like how they
The slash zippers.
the zipper is
Right.
reverse, so it's
Yeah.
more hidden. Where this one, it's like they have this little flap.
Right. And you got to remember those bags. That bag's a lot older, but
Correct.
But look at the workmanship in the bags.
Yeah.
First, right?
Yeah.
Evaluate like the detail and the workmanship on whether it's made cheap or
Now,
not.
even though this doesn't have a fancy handle like that one,
Right.
this is fairly comfortable.
Well, yeah, because look at I think that one is basically the same, but without
Yeah.
the padding inside.
Yeah.
That one has
This is-
padding.
Yeah, it's just a
inside.
strap.
Yeah, this one's just a strap, like
Right.
nothing fancy. It
Right.
does the job.
Right.
And this one,
They threw a piece
like,
of foam in there and
yeah,
it makes all the
They
difference.
probably
right?
hired, not to be sexist, but a female was like, "Can we have more cushion?" They're like,
Right,
"Oh,
right.
let's
That's-
try it."
Let's throw a piece of foam
Yeah,
in there.
because
Makes all the difference.
because this feels good.
right? Exactly.
This feels like you don't care.
Right.
But it works.
It's gonna last forever.
yeah, it works. But this is like, okay, I can
Right.
see it. Yeah. And then they have like little details here, like I don't know what this metal.
That's for the chest strap, so you can adjust.
but it has
and-
like some kind of.
a tube. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a tube in there, so it's like a rail, so you can slide it up and down, right?
Okay.
So
But-
did
but-
yours
but-
have that one for the chest strap?
But the
The one that's got a
craftsmanship, the details,
Foot strap.
the details I love.
Chest strap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
How they do the zipper, I love. I love this camel color.
right. Multicam black
it-
is like the thing, dude.
Like, I wear this and it looks cool.
Right,
Like right now, I just wear it. It looks cool. This one's like,
right.
if I was full gear,
Right.
I rock it. But this one,
This is more for the streets. You
Yeah,
let
it's
go
more for the streets.
you
right?
wear it, no, but it looks
Right.
cool.
Yeah,
Like the
you
color-
wear that one in the streets, and
Yeah.
they're trying to be GI Joe. This
Yeah.
one's like urban.
It's been a while since I've seen that backpack, and
And-
it just looks like a civilian backpack.
Yeah.
Right.
It just
Can you open it and show us the compartment?
Yeah, I'll show you some compartments. I don't know what I got. I think I have a jacket in here and stuff like that, but nothing crazy.
Yeah,
Nothing
but I
embarrassing.
can see what you guys are saying, civilian, and I can see what you guys talking about.
Right, but you see the there's a holster in there. Get that out of there. All right, what else we got in there? Oh, yeah. Anyways, all right. So we got the main compartment, but this is what we talked about, right? The balance between organization and just like stuff sack, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to see because this is what's called a top load backpack. So you load everything from the top. Like see how his had like a U shape.
Yeah.
Unzip. You can unzip everything. This one doesn't so much, but you've got a bunch of organization on the back panel.
And I like
So
that.
things that are like loose that you don't want like jingling around in there,
Correct.
I can put them here, and guess what? They're close to my back.
Correct.
Right? And then you've got a top here for like cords.
Yeah.
Right? So your phone charger, your whatever you want, battery packs,
Yeah.
whatever.
Something that you need to get to
Right.
with ease.
And then it's still got up here for sunglasses, right? There's an old parking ticket, right? But you can put your sunglasses or anything else that you want in here. See, like I would, for in this case, I would probably put the first aid up here instead.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to access, right? With my sunglasses or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you got all that. You got the side pockets here, right? And what I throw in here is I have like a, what is it, like a 10,000 milliamp or what are they, the battery?
Power banks.
Yeah.
the
power
power
banks,
bank,
okay.
the 10,000 whatever.
Yeah.
Is it milliamp?
Yeah, milliamp.
Yeah, milliamp.
Okay, milliamp, right? And it fits perfect in here, dude. It fits like, because it's like the flat one.
Yeah.
So it fits perfect in here. Boom, it's right there. And this spandex kind of crap or whatever it
Yeah.
is keeps it close in the pocket so it's not jangling around.
Correct.
This is like a really well thought out bag for being a civilian bag, right?
And
So-
Nixon, are they a newer company or?
Extra pair of socks because I have a weird bad habit of like getting holes in my socks.
Yeah.
Right. Don't buy Adidas socks, by the way. I know it's like a shameless plug, but don't buy Adidas socks because they rip really well. So because I did that, I had to carry an extra pair of socks because I was like, when are my socks gonna rip? But yeah, so Nixon, you started off. I don't like surf gear, right? Like they're like a surf style, but they make watches, right?
Yeah,
And
it's a coastal
actually,
thing.
Yeah, and they've actually collaborated with like special forces to make like I think it's the Nixon Regulus. They make like a military
That's
watch,
cool.
which is similar to like a G-Shock style watch, right? So you got those pockets there, right? You got two water bottle things.
Now, if just looking at Nixon, obviously their design, I can see more. It's like 2020, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining in my head, and Drake, you can help me. If that company redesigned your uniform, I think you guys look sick.
Oh yeah, you look
Like,
dope, right?
like I just think you guys are gonna look badass.
right. But you have to remember, is it going to be? The only thing is it going to be durable to handle in the field, right?
But that's just material.
Right.
Yeah.
And sewing and workmanship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like if you're going to have everything triple stitched,
Correct.
bar tacked, and all that stuff, right? So,
But they're more towards like now.
right, yeah.
Where
they're innovating.
a normal person like me, when I look at military throughout the decades, nothing has changed so much.
Right. They're a little bit slower to do that because of the way that it has to be done. They have to get funding for it.
Correct. But
right?
'cause I
And
feel
they
like-
have to get bids from companies and all
Correct.
that stuff.
Because I feel like a lot of things can be smaller. Technology, whatever.
Oh,
it
yeah,
it could
big
be a
time.
lot smaller,
Right.
but they still got this huge stuff they got to bring around.
Right.
And I know because it works. That's why they use it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, like, they have to carry whatever they need for the environment, whatever environment they're going into, but also to come out with a new backpack, they probably do it. I think now they're doing it. They're or not backpack, but they call it a rucksack or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll call it different things, molly pack or whatever. But now they're probably doing it every 10 years. But before that, the rucksacks were from Vietnam that we were using, right?
Oh yeah, very old.
They were
definitely
Vietnam.
I'm
era
I'm only
rucksacks.
saying this because a couple months ago we watched Tesla
Right.
rocket, and those suits,
Those
man,
suits look legit,
They
right?
Yeah.
look solid, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I will wear it just for fun because
Right.
it looks so good.
Yeah, it looks sick, dude. It's like
Even the helmet.
Yeah.
And then when you look at their screen, right? If you look at any other rocket, it was like buttons. This one
switches.
was like they're just sitting down with three
touch
channels.
screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like those guys need to go into the military or whatever, hook you guys up.
Right. Well, it's
And
like
and just be
innovation,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
It's like okay, let's. There's a part where it's like, well, let's make it look a little cool, right?
Yeah.
Like dude. Like,
But because think about it. Let's say I'm not in the forces, right?
Right.
But you have a sick ass bomber jacket. Yo, I want it.
right.
You know what I mean? Put that on me.
Well, like if the gear looks cool,
Yeah.
you're like, dude, you'll have
Because I'm
you
not
have
killing
confidence
nobody.
until it starts breaking shit. It's like unless it breaks, but right.
Yeah.
It looks cool. You'll be like, dude, I want that
I want
rucksack looks cool. Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want it.
Shoot.
I mean,
look at that.
But
Yeah,
a lot of
what's-
times we couldn't even take our own. Like I had the Black Hawk, 3-day
Right.
assault pack. I couldn't even take it out into the field. I had to use a rucksack.
That's due to policies and procedures
Yeah.
and shit, right?
So
You
we
couldn't
had
use-
to
you couldn't
use
bring
what they
your
gave us. We
Correct.
couldn't just bring new stuff. Unlike now, they can just kind of take backpacks from whatever they want to out.
And as long as
a lot
it's
of times.
approved, right? So they have
Yeah.
a list of stuff that's approved, right? And that's with footwear and all kinds of different stuff, and it's got to follow procedures
Yeah.
and whatever. Policies and stuff like that. And then this has two water bottle pockets. Now, if you put, I don't know if you put them if they're too big and you throw them in here, then obviously you have the risk of sliding out. You got a compression strap. So here's the thing: this one has compression straps, right? To compress your load. And then, like, let's say you go hiking or you go to the beach or whatever, and you have a wet pair of shoes or trunks or something like that. You have a whole other dry storage pocket, right? That you can put. And then it's got a Velcro thing to keep it from just going too far up in there. So it's all very thought out very well, right?
Yeah, I like it.
And then if you go to the straps here, so the only thing I don't like about this is very square and it sits a lot larger in my back.
Okay.
Right? If this was like a little bit smaller, I wouldn't mind it, right? Because I've never like using it for the daily stuff. I've never filled this thing all the way up.
If you can suggest, would you like it in like 3 sizes, like the daily traveler, like, you know?
Yeah, and so like if you look online, if you go to Amazon or something like that.
Because that is more aligned to that one,
Right.
but that one is just like I said, you can't compare.
That's more tactical.
For sure.
That's got a lot
But
more
we're
features
talking
on it.
about we're hiking, we're camping.
Right.
I got to bring a bag. It's gonna be that guy.
Right.
This one, you know,
More like
put
travel, daily.
I go to college, I can bring that. I'm
Right.
cool.
No, yeah, for sure. And I could probably use this the same way I use that. It's gonna not function the same.
Yeah.
But like now, as far as the more experience you get, and the more like I don't really need this out there, the less shit you carry.
Yeah.
Right. And excuse my French. The less stuff you carry, you're like I could do that, and you're not like throwing it around, and you're not hanging off using it to hang off a cliff. You're like, oh, I could do this, right?
Yeah.
There's people that take like JanSport back
Because if you shrank it down a good 25%, I think it'd be a perfect size.
Right, exactly. So they do have a couple other variants of backpacks that are, I think, a little bit smaller, but then obviously they're different style, right? They're different style. So like, they might not have these pockets on
Because
the outside.
a girl or a woman would not want that. It's just too much already.
Oh yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
too big, right?
It's too
She's
big
not gonna
already.
put that on her back,
Correct.
And she doesn't want to be looking like GI Joe
Yeah.
as well. So you know,
They don't think about the frame size for a lot of times. They just think of one frame size and that's good.
Correct.
And with that one, like you said, it sits square against his
Correct.
back. He might have a smaller
Yeah.
frame size compared to mine, which is fine. You know, that's why he likes those other ones.
Correct.
So they should definitely narrow it down if they could.
And then you got, I mean, like we talked about, we already have a cushion strap, and then you've actually got a sleeve here too for whatever you want, your laptop or your pad or whatever. So right in between
I like that.
here. I mean, you can actually even throw probably a reservoir in here, and then just out here have the tube and put it here. It's possible, but it would, because there's nothing for it to hook up to up here to hold it. It would slide down and be awkward. But
I think they probably designed that to bring your Mac.
no, yeah,
your-
for sure. It's
yeah.
for sure a pad or
That's
a
what it looks like.
MacBook or whatever. And then, but if you look here, it's Spartak properly, right? And it's tough, right? If I look inside here, and it's got another pocket here, right? So this is the same pocket. It goes through, right? Mm-hmm. Or actually, it's a different pocket. It's 2 different pockets.
So-
He just not
So
found
you can
out.
put your pad, and then you can put your water pouch, and this is actually whiskey. That's how I roll, right? But so you can actually put a whole nother thing in here, right? And it's another pocket. But if you look, you can tell that everything's stitched properly, right? And everything that you can see, and all the stitches that are visible, man, it's done good.
So 1 to 10, if you would have to give that a build quality, 10 being the best, what would you rate it?
Okay, so I'd say like from extreme duty to like
Yeah.
low.
Like 10
light
is the
duty,
best. Like this thing.
I'd probably say 7.
Okay.
Because it's not extreme duty, right?
Yeah.
And but if I had to decide, it's just rigid. Yeah. If I had to decide, like extreme duty, built workmanship, built tough, I'd use the Blackhawk one.
Okay.
It's a little newer. These are a little bit older, but these are like 8s. That's an 8. This is probably a 9 or even a 10, because this thing's probably not going to break.
And Phil,
Whatever.
what would you rate that one?
Just because of the size and everything.
No, just build
Yeah, no.
quality.
Build quality.
Like 10 being the best. Like, you know this thing's gonna last. It's not gonna rip on you.
I give it I'd only give it a 9 only because elastic bands, they do stretch, and it's like they're gonna get loose at times. But overall,
Overall,
yeah,
the build quality, the stitching, the material, like you can yank on
this
it.
is definitely built. I've thrown this thing around, and that's what I'm used to just in the military. That's what most packs
Because
they do.
if you look at the back support, the cushion,
Yeah,
these are just like this, right? That one looks more like sleek. The padding, you see how it's
oh yeah,
all,
I can definitely feel the padding.
yeah, to the eye, you're just like, oh, that looks nice. Where this one's like, Yeah, we're gonna throw some mesh and some.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
And there's like well, here's the other thing too is like design, right? You can just throw a mesh panel, right? But then there's some contours.
Correct. It just
right?
looks cool.
So it looks cool, but then that also has another function. So those are like little air channels.
Yeah.
Right? You're still gonna sweat on your back.
Yeah, you're definitely.
There's no pack that I've ever worn that's like, oh yeah, so it airflow, so your back doesn't sweat.
That's-
But
You're gonna sweat.
you're gonna
regardless.
sweat
Yeah, it's gonna
regardless.
sweat.
This is built more to like absorb it and then breathability and then dry off quicker. That's built more like with the air channels to like flow, get you a little bit of airflow in between your back, right? And then so that's it for packs for right now. Do you have any other questions about packs? Right,
No.
we haven't even gotten into like the camping day, like the backpacking packs and like that.
I'm gonna speak for half of the people out there. I think when I think about packs, I think about, okay, what am I doing today?
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, if I know we're going to Yosemite, we're gonna be there for a few days, I'm bringing that guy, because everything it's gonna be there for me.
Right.
But if
But you
I
might bring two, right? Because you put everything in there, but you
Correct,
might not
correct,
want to hike
correct.
all day with that thing.
I would have a big one like that,
Yeah.
and then I will have a mini one that's
Yeah,
in there.
you-
So
yeah,
then,
just
so
grab
then,
one of
so
these
then
and
when I
just
do
roll it
travel, I just take it out and pack that
Throw
up
what you
and,
need,
and take
right.
it with me.
Food, water,
yeah,
whatever.
for a day thing.
Right.
Because there's no way in hell if we're going hiking for 45 minutes, I'm bringing that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell.
No. Yeah. I keep another pack in here. Also another small one.
Yeah, so
Just
then
like-
you can compartmentalize. I'm gonna bring this just in case. We're going 2 hours, 3 hours, no big deal. But I'm not bringing that. That's overkill
Like, nah,
for
I'm
that.
all
No,
good.
for that.
Yeah, no,
for
of
that.
course, yeah.
So, I mean, you guys hit some good points. It just depends what you're gonna do.
Right.
But I love the points that you put. How you like it streamlined, and I can see even though the Nixon looks very cool, very good, it's too much it's too much material that you don't need.
Right.
They could shrink this down, make it sleeker. Like I say,
I definitely like all the features. But
Correct.
maybe if they made it like you said, 25% narrower.
yeah.
And I still I
Or
prefer backpacks.
or bring the bag that Drake like.
He liked the other one. That's
Yeah, he
the-
liked
Oh, this one. You see how this is like more
Right.
sleek?
Right.
If that wasn't as baggy and everything,
Right. So,
I think you can get away with it.
Here's the other thing too. What do you prefer? You prefer length in a pack or width in a pack?
length.
Length, right? So this
That's
is the other
what
thing,
she
right?
said.
All right. So I would sacrifice. Like if you look,
100%.
they're almost the same height,
Yeah.
right? This one's a little bit bigger, just has more volume, right? But if you made it narrower, dude,
Correct.
how sick would this backpack be? Because it'd sit on your backpack, probably in between your shoulder blades, right?
That if I wore it, you could see it sticking out, and I don't even have nothing in it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
where this one is just gonna be sleek.
Right.
Yeah.
And Phil, I think you mentioned you ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
I couldn't ride with that one.
Right, it's
The
too big.
wind will make it flap so crazy. I
Right.
would need something like this,
Right.
where I know
Yeah.
it's more sleek and tight and
Sticks to the
compact.
body, right.
That I couldn't do.
Yeah, that's
No
why
way.
I
No
prefer
way.
like the smaller bag.
Correct.
Something that would just stay right behind my
100%.
back, and that's it. It's something.
I like this road trip, flying,
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
But if I have to give it the looks award, that's
Right. It looks dope, right?
it's
It looks
first
sick,
place.
right?
First place.
All right. So Drake, what's your first place backpack?
That one.
That one over there, the
He's-
turtle shell.
He's
Turtle
in
shell.
love with it.
Gotcha. The Ninja Turtle one.
But I can see why.
No, yeah, of course.
That one for design.
This one is actually
looks-
made to be like concealed tactical.
Correct.
These right here are supposed to be pockets for extra AR
Correct.
mags.
And the fact that you have the little water thing, the camel.
Yeah, the Camelback.
Yeah, it just
Look.
adds. It just makes it look more cooler.
Right.
Even though I know those can do it too, but the fact that one has it,
Right.
and it has the matching colors,
Right.
you know,
It's all set up, right?
yeah,
It's like,
it just, you
what
know,
would be your number 2, Drake?
I think the black one in there.
The black one.
okay. So he likes sleek.
Right, and even for his frame, this will probably fit good on his frame, right?
Well, let's put it on. Let's
Let's just
and then
throw it on
stand
your
up.
back there. See how it fits.
So Drake, are you a ninth grader?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, just so the audience can get a perspective. So tighten it up. Let's see.
Tighten those straps up. The
Oh,
shoulder
use your
straps.
chest strap. Okay. Yep.
He's going with his chest strap. All
Yeah.
right.
He
all
knows. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoulder. No, those are right.
No,
That's right.
you got it right.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, you still carry a
That one right
backpack
there?
in
yeah.
school,
Pull
right?
it. Pull it. Yeah.
Okay, those are the right ones. Yeah, those you had it.
Feels good.
Oh, but see that's how they wear it nowadays, dude.
Oh.
You
That's
wear it
why.
low?
They
See-
wear it like hanging low.
when I was his age, I couldn't do that because I always had to run from the cholos.
Yeah.
And I need my backpack secure.
Tighten your shoulders a little bit more. There you go, right there. So
No.
that's how we would normally wear it,
Yeah.
right?
Pull down on those.
Yeah, so that's how we would know. But like, so turn around this way to face the camera.
It looks good on
that's-
him.
That would
It
even
looks
fit
good on
him,
him. No,
right? Yeah.
it looks good on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks for the modeling.
Now let me see him with the Nixon.
Oh, the Nixon's gonna be way better.
Yeah, yeah. Just to give
Go for it.
perspective,
Let's get a perspective. Go ahead.
because I can tell you, girls they want things that are cute.
Right.
They're not wearing that.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's definitely not a girl's back.
For sure, for sure.
But turn around. Let me see the proportion on your back. Yeah. See, it's just there, right?
Yeah.
It's already started. It's starting to stick out past his shoulders and stuff like that. So,
But
like-
imagine him hiking. It's just gonna move around too much.
Oh, yeah, for
Where
sure,
these,
for
I can see why he likes it. It's just sleek.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why the waist strap.
What's your number one, Phil? The one you got?
That's a league of his own. We can't
No,
compare.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
totally
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
No.
That's number one. Like I said, if we know we're gonna be there for 2-3 nights, I'm bringing that one.
Yeah.
Well, you see, we're not even talking about Phil's tactical tailor one. It's essentially the same version of this. Watch. Throw that to him. See, it's almost the same thing, right? Yeah.
Did we describe it yet already?
Yeah, we talked about it, but it's been sitting over there in the corner, so we haven't been.
Yeah, it's briefly.
Oh yeah, that's one with the
yeah,
orange.
this
Out
one
of
has the
sight,
orange
out of
side.
mind.
Has the
Yeah.
orange on the inside.
Yeah.
Where you can see.
Yeah,
So that's almost.
So that one only has like
Almost
two
like this,
pouches,
right?
and that's it.
yeah. But the orange feature in it
Yeah.
that these don't have, I
Right,
feel
it's
like
a whole nother thing.
yeah,
right?
it's like okay, if something happens, we want this. So
See, and this is that heavy duty material. It's got some Velcro on the outside, just like some of the other ones.
Yeah.
So you can throw a patch and stuff like
exactly.
that.
So
Is it
if
necessary?
we bring
No.
that and then we're going day hiking and we transfer some other stuff here, I think that wins.
He's got some hoagie bait in here, or snacks, beef jerky. I don't know. It's just plastic bags. See, here's another feature that I like about this one. See, this one has
Yeah, it has waist straps.
it has waist straps, right?
Yeah.
And when they're not in use,
You tuck them in.
you just tuck them into this thing, dude. Right. So this is a whole other thing that has features that we didn't even discuss on that earlier.
Yeah. So
And then
that
the
one's
shock
good.
cord, right? The shock cord, so you can put a jacket and then just
Yeah, tying it up.
boom, bungee shock cord. Got the zipper here. Throw some wet. You definitely, if you're going camping or hiking, you always need wet wipes, right? Okay. We don't need to discuss what. It's obvious for that, right?
No, but why would you need wet?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Clean yourself. Come on.
Number two. Oh, see, here's the other thing that we didn't discuss on this one too. That this one has that my other pack that I didn't bring today. It's got two internal side pouches that you can throw your water bottles in.
That's cool.
Right? And the good thing about that is they're not hanging off out here. It keeps them nice and tight next to the body.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of like the weight next to the body, right? And then like we said, you got the orange here, and then this is the same design as this. The water pouch goes in between this and the pack,
Dope.
right? So that could be a contender for that one too. for
Now
being slick.
the build quality, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. No.
Like there's nothing cheap about.
No, I love the pack.
I'm looking at the stitching. It just looks top to bottom looks good. The zipper is nice and thick, so I know no matter how much weight you put on, it's gonna hold itself.
So that's what the tactical companies, they're known for overbuilding stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like you want it to work, you don't have to worry about it. They overbuild.
No, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is quality, man.
Yeah, they tailored it just for like the military. They were like, they know they're
Right.
gonna buy it.
Right.
They're gonna throw it around, and that's what we got
30,
it
50 years from now, it's still gonna be good to go.
Yeah.
The good thing about that one and this one is those D rings here
Yeah.
on the shoulder straps.
Yeah.
They move around. They flex around with your body, right?
Yeah.
So they don't just stay here. So they actually
Yeah, they're not
provide
fixed.
movement, right?
Yeah.
So
The build quality on this one, hands down, like it's solid. Can't even.
for. No, I love the pack. That's why I still have it. Otherwise, I'd probably give it away to somebody.
Now, if this was like that color, I'm gonna have
right?
to get
I'm
one
sure,
myself, man.
I'm sure someone makes it. You might actually. Tactical Tailor might actually make it.
Yeah.
So we got which one we got for number one then? And the day we're talking about the day packs, day hiking.
I might have
What's your
to.
vote?
I might have
Your
to
vote
go
was-
with that one now.
Okay, so your vote was that one. Your vote was a turtle shell, or are you gonna still pick that one? Or are you gonna go switch that? Okay, turtle shell for day hiking.
Day hiking, I go that one.
It's tough between this one and this one because I actually just used this last time because I even got my water bottle in there. But I would have to say, if I had to for day hiking, probably this one. Yeah, probably that one.
Okay.
And then this one, if we're going on like a little camp trip overnight, this would be my day pack.
I like that one.
This is like if we're going hunting, I use this on my
Okay,
hunting
so
trips,
if we're
stuff
going
like
hunting, then that changes the.
yeah, this is tactical
Correct.
hunting. Right?
Yeah, if you're talking about hunting, then
This is my go-to, right? Hunting,
I do like that one. That one's good.
because it
Yeah.
carries a little bit more stuff. But the wet diaper thing, this doesn't. Just
yeah,
gets on
I
my
see what
nerves,
you're
so
saying. Yeah.
Maybe I can modify it or something somehow. But at this moment, right now, even if I put these the tightest I possibly could,
Correct.
it's not doing anything.
Because they designed that with the mind of you're gonna stuff.
They're
it.
gonna stuff a helmet in there, right?
Yeah,
and
and
it's
it's
gonna
gonna be-
stick out like this.
Correct.
But when you're not using it, so they should have had. Like I said, they should have had one more strap, probably right here. It's just going all the way up to up here, so you can just cinch it down like this.
Correct.
But this
Or-
is the only downfall to this bag. But this actually carries. This is enough to carry for whatever I need for a day hike.
Now let me ask this $1 million question. Let's say a new pack just came out. Are you one of those like, oh man, I don't need it, but damn, that one's good.
Of course, we're all like
Yeah,
that, right?
Okay. I just
Shoot.
wanna.
This is
We're all
why
like that, right?
I have 3 packs.
Yeah.
I had more.
This is why
he has
this is why I
many.
brought half of my packs, right? Right. And I
Because
actually
that's how we are, man.
And
When,
I actually-
when you like something,
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, do I really need it? No, but damn, that
No.
looks cool. I got.
But you're like, it's got other features that my other bags don't, so I might want it.
Yeah.
But then you don't get rid of these. You're like, well, I don't want to get rid of that one just yet.
We don't think about it right. We don't think about buying it right away. We think about, all right, do we want it? Okay, do we need it? And then we wait maybe a month.
a
And
month,
then,
2
yeah,
months go
we want to see
by,
who else gets
3
it first.
months.
I wait for the sale, dude.
It eats at you. You're like, oh man, that bag, right?
No, but the sale. If the sale doesn't get you, let's say like Phil said, 30% off. Yo, that's my time to step up.
Right. Yeah. Oh, 30% off. I'm killing it.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Dude. You guys got anything else on this one? Got anything, Drake? Anything to say about backpacks? Coming from a school kid, right? What's the best feature? What do you like in backpacks? It's a completely different perspective.
Yeah.
Mainly comfort.
Comfort. So you like padding on the back and on the straps and everything?
Yeah.
What's your go-to backpack right now for school? Do you have like an Under Armour or a
I have
Nike
a
backpack?
Herschel.
A Herschel? Oh, so he's going with the trend. He's going with the fashion.
Wow.
I don't even know what's a Herschel.
The Herschel's the expensive one.
When I went to school with
it's not
Jansport,
necessarily functional, but it's like what everybody's buying right now, right?
Herschel.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google that.
How much was it?
Like $60.
$60. That's not too
That's
bad.
good. That's good.
That's not too
good.
bad.
Yeah.
But Herschel is like it's another fashion brand,
Okay.
right?
Never
And
heard
their
of
stuff looks cool, but it's not as fun. Doesn't get all these
No. Totally.
features and straps like this, right? How long have you had the Herschel backpack?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. So he's keeping it for a
Yeah,
long
he made
time.
it
It's
last.
No,
legit.
so that tells you it lasts.
Right.
Yeah.
With books in it. You guys still put books in your bag?
Yeah.
Okay. You never know, dude. Like
Yeah.
remember in school we had like 6 books. That thing was like ready to burst, dude.
I had a Everlast backpack.
Yeah.
Or Everest, one of those.
Oh, Everest.
And
Yeah.
after a while, it just a knot.
Was the Everest one like the ghetto Jansport?
Yeah.
Jansport
Yeah.
was like the
Jansport
Jansport
was
was it.
solid.
Jansport was like
Yo,
legit, right?
You
Yeah.
have the leather in the bottom.
Yeah, the leather on the bottom.
real leather.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
Like
solid
Jansport
quality
is,
made.
I don't
dude.
know if they make Jansport with leather anymore, but
Yeah.
back then it was like black.
cheap leather.
Green.
Yeah. I
Right.
forgot the colors that it had, but it was like
I had
black,
a dark green one.
dark green. They had like a burgundy,
Yeah.
and then like during like the 2000s,
Yeah.
they started coming out with colors, Jansport color.
Right. I don't know. Is Jansport still a thing now?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like whatever. Yeah. What's a backpack like? If you're cool in school if you have this backpack, what is it?
It's not really anything.
There has to be, dude.
Yeah, there's got to be that one. Look,
It hasn't changed. Life hasn't changed that much.
not in high school.
What's like
No.
the bag that's a dope bag right now.
I guess the Herschel.
The Herschels are still in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. It might change when you go to high school, right?
Well, yeah.
So it might not. It might be different when you get to
That's
high
right.
school.
He's got to
Everyone
tell us
might
that
be
he needs a new
rocking, like-
backpack. Yep.
Everyone might be trying to rock like a Louis Vuitton backpack or something.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knows? right?
Oh yeah. Okay. So
See, here we go.
yeah. There's like the super expensive ones.
Well, whatever kids think. Yeah, that's like you're in the cool group if you have that backpack.
Yeah,
Right?
like the MCM.
MCM. See, I don't even know what.
Yeah, I
brand
don't know
that is.
MCM
They're
no.
like $2,000.
Okay, so
Whoa,
MCM is
come
like
on.
you're elite. So you obviously don't hang with those people.
Look, Drake.
Right? Those people are.
When
hanging
you
out
grow up
for-
in the hood like me, you want the cheapest stuff. So no,
You don't
so
wanna
they don't
stand
want
out too much,
yeah,
right?
So
Yeah.
so they don't want to steal from you.
Right, you don't want to stand out too much.
$2,000 backpack.
Because then people start talking
woo!
smack about you too. You think you're too good or whatever the case may be. Right?
Yeah,
You got
I'd be scared to rock a $2,000 backpack.
Me
dude.
too.
Yeah, I don't like myself to like stand out.
Yeah.
I just like just as long as it's good quality and it's not.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
And
good.
hiking? Do you have a
Surprising.
hiking backpack?
I don't have a hiking.
So he needs to get a hiking backpack. I might gift him one of these, dude. Right? Maybe I'll give him the turtle one, dude.
Dude, he's been eyeing that, dude.
I know he's like,
all day.
I'll just probably end it.
He's like, this is it. This is my number one.
Give me an
So,
excuse to buy another backpack.
so if I give Joe the little Moab one,
Yeah.
then you can give him that one.
Yeah. Minus the water pouch. I'll give you the thing without the water pouch. You got anything else, Joe? What's
No,
your
but-
next backpack?
Mine?
Yeah. What's your holy
Yeah, I
grail?
mean, you've seen these.
Holy Grail
and
backpack.
from what what do you have?
Like what do you mean?
What do you carry?
What do you carry for your camera, like, for example?
Okay. My camera bag looks more like that one.
What brand is it? Is it that one with the little Low Pro or something?
It's not Low Pro.
Okay.
I know Low Pro makes it. It's Tamrock.
Okay, Tamrock. I got
It's
you.
a Tamrock. But that backpack costed like $240.
Right.
I don't recommend people buying it because now there's like Peak design,
Peak, yeah.
where Peak reminds me a lot of Nixon. Not only that it looks sleek,
Right.
but it doesn't
so many
carry
brands
everything.
out there, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't carry everything. So for me, I like it sleek, but I like compartments.
Right.
Because a lot of manufacturers, designers, they're thinking about your typical, oh, I'm gonna stuff this camera, one lens, and that's it.
Right.
Where I'm thinking production.
Right.
I'm gonna need,
Professional level,
I
right.
need this, and this.
Right.
And a lot of times I don't use it all.
Now you should check out Hazard 4.
Oh yeah.
Hazard 4, because they make stuff for tactical, but then they make it for camera stuff
Yeah.
too, like the legit camera stuff.
Now, if I was a backpack designer, I love that orange.
Right.
A lot of even cameras, it's black on black. My lenses are black.
Well,
my tools are
doesn't
black.
Low Pro use the interior like orange like that? I think that's
No.
they don't do that. Oh,
No,
okay.
but I would make it like the red I like when you just open it.
Right.
The new backpacks. So you know how like these zippers they zip out here.
Right.
The new camera backpacks they zip out here.
Gotcha.
So that when you're traveling, no one can steal from you.
Right.
Like they're not making it easy. So
Right.
you would have to accent it back here. I like that. And what I would add for me, a stronger base with wheels. So I have the option to roll it
Right.
if I don't want to carry it because
Right.
full gear,
You
it's
gotta
like
check-
40 pounds,
You
man.
gotta check out Hazard 4.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
Because they make stuff like that, like exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And
And they
if
make
I
the
could
hard
throw a
case.
little water pack, I'm down, dude. Give me that straw, dude.
Throw some whiskey in it or something.
yeah, give me that
right?
straw, dude. I'm so
Yeah.
down.
What's your next pack, Phil?
Oh,
What's your next Grail pack? If you had $500, what pack would you get?
if I have, I'm not even sure.
We're not talking about backpacking packs because backpacking packs can get
No.
up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Nothing on your list right now?
No, nothing on my
You haven't
list.
been eyeballing
Nothing's
anything?
nothing's really came out that I can see. Definitely, since I already have a larger one,
Yeah.
definitely go for something more smaller to upgrade over this.
Right.
Once I upgrade something,
I
better
even
than
feel like
this,
that one could be like 10% or 15% smaller and it'll do the job.
Yeah, but then you're looking silly because you have a backpack like this big on your back. It looks kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's already small, so this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
So if you do like 25% smaller, it's going to be like that on your back.
so you're just carrying around this. You're
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Now you're just carrying around
Yeah.
a female small backpack.
Yeah. I'm
You're-
gonna
now
be.
you're carrying Merce around.
Come on, they're
Yeah.
gonna tease me. They're gonna tease me, dude.
Yeah.
So I just want something the same,
Yeah.
around the same size as all these other packs, around the same size as this. I mean, if it doesn't have the orange on the inside,
Newer
I have
technology.
a VS17 panel. I'll
But you don't, at
I'll-
this,
I'll
no,
suck it
but
in my